So last year, the YouTube channel VisiPup released two animated pilots, one for a show called Has Been Hotel and one for Helluva Boss. Has Been Hotel is not what I'm talking about today. I watched the pilot, I liked it enough, it was well animated, it looked good, but I don't know what the story is going to be about, and also there hasn't been an official first episode, so that's off to the side. Helluva Boss, the pilot, was amazing. It was well animated, all the colors were perfect, the characters, which were red, stood out on the cool backgrounds as opposed to Has Been Hotel where they were all red and it just blended together. It just looked really good and really promising. The story, I could tell what it was, and it seemed like a fun story. Imps that murder people. So not too long ago, we got our first official episode of Helluva Boss, and I loved it. And I'm going to talk about it today. This is a hell of a review of Helluva Boss. Laugh. So overall, I just want to get this out of the way first. I loved Helluva Boss Episode 1. It was really well done. It looked fantastic. The jokes were funny. It was awesome. I'm going to start with the few problems I had just to get those out of the way. And then we're going to get into the stuff I liked. And then a review with the final consensus. It's all going to make sense. So let's start with the things I didn't like. There were only 3 things that I really didn't like, and one of them I can understand. So, the first thing that I didn't like, well, that's in quotes even, because this is the one that I can understand. When animating Blitz moving by his desk in one shot in the early beginning, they just moved his whole body like this. And I'm completely fine with that because not every animated bit in this 12-minute YouTube animated show has to be frame by frame hand drawn. I'm fine with it being like that. It looks stunning still. The second and third issue I have are actually kind of continuity errors. The first one comes with Blitz's phone. So if you remember in the show, he gets a call from the owl dude, he picks up, he talks to him and while he's being hunted by the psycho woman. He then gets shot, then the psycho woman shoots the tree where he is and he dodges out of the way and he drops his phone and he runs away from it. And the phone's left there. Then as he and Millie and Moxie are all freed from the psycho family and they get ready to go back to hell, he pulls out his phone and calls Luna to say, hey, we need to get back to hell. Okay, so maybe he picked it up. Then Moxie runs from there to the house again to tell the family he's calling 911. But as he runs it through the forest, we see the phone there, and it's on speaker, and we can hear the owl guy talking. So how do you get his phone and then it go back? It's funny, I like it, it's for a joke, but it just doesn't make much continuital sense. The second continuity error comes in a little bit later, closer to the end. So in the beginning, Moxie shoots a crossbow and it makes a table fall over and the eels were in it, light a fire and the whole office goes on fire. And the client leaves, and as she leaves, Blitz yells out, we'll kill them in the first day or your first murder is free. So that is the deal. They have 24 hours to kill this woman and it's free. They kill the woman, and when they get back and they're having their celebratory thing of their first client, the lady mentions how she's paying for it, even though it's been less than 24 hours and they were told that they didn't have to pay. This is just something that I'm assuming either it's something in universe like, oh, time in hell goes quicker or something. Like how 1 block in Earth on Minecraft is 8 in the Nether. But more likely this is just a continuity error, and honestly I'm fine with it. So that was the stuff I didn't like. But what did I like? Quite a lot, actually. So I just want to get this out of the way. The animation and the show look stunning. Look at it. Look at it. Just go on YouTube right now, search up Helluva Boss Episode 1, and watch it. All the animation. It looks incredible, and especially incredible when you consider it's a small team of animators. It just looks amazing, and it's just kind of inspiring and really breathtaking what they did. Next, the story. I kind of mentioned this before, but I already really like the story of Helluva Boss from the pilot, and to see it in action, it just makes me excited to see more of it. And then there were the jokes. I mentioned again earlier how there were a few continuity errors, but they were done for jokes. I kind of care about the continuity error, but the jokes that they lead to are pretty funny. I like most of the jokes in this episode, and that's a pretty good thing. It's funny from minute 1 to minute 12. The twist with the family, how they were portrayed to be good and just a wholesome family, got a turkey on a platter with the mother singing, like, here's your turkey. And then the dad's just there laughing with the kids, how they're portrayed to be all that. And then Blitz messes up the shot because of Moxie. And then they all pull out guns from just anywhere, and they get teeth that are knives, and it's horrifying. And they have a room full of skinned people. I know it's a little contrived and maybe a little cliche to have that done, but I liked it quite a bit still. I like the little bit of foreshadowing that there was for the whole conflict this episode. When Moxie is holding up the crossbow and practicing, his job is to shoot a family. But he can't, he's having trouble. Then their job is to kill the mother of a family. And eventually, Moxie goes on his own to kill the mother to save Blitz and his wife, Molly. And then he kills the father and kids accidentally by calling the police, and the police blow up their house. I mean, it's quite funny. So those were the positives. It's consensus time. Look, Helluva Boss, I'm just going to say it, isn't a show for everyone. Not everyone will find it funny, not everyone will like it, not everyone will like the premise. That's a given. I personally really liked it, and I recommend that you check it out and see if you like it. If I had to summarize this episode in a sentence, it would be murder family, murder family. I'm going to give Helluva Boss episode 1 a 4.5 stars out of 5. It was very good. Please go check it out and support shows like this. It's incredible to see small teams and small groups of animators make these incredible shows. So, until next time, bye. Clap.
Oh, Jesus.